Fstoppers.com has teamed up with Elia Locardi to create Photographing the World 3, the ultimate photography tutorial on all things landscape and cityscape photography. You're watching the behind-the-scenes series on the creation of this full tutorial, and if you'd like to learn more about the full product, head over to fstoppers.com/store.
I feel a little bad. We're in Matera. Last night we went out to dinner, and Lee and Patrick apparently don't like grappa too much, and I think Lee's a little hungover.
Now this is a breakfast. This is the most impressive breakfast we've had. First breakfast done, that was great. And this view, oh my gosh, like I haven't even really been able to see the city. We got in so late at night. This is just straight out of the apartment.
We then headed down into the city to film the intro of this lesson with the iPhone and the DJI Mavic.
Welcome to Matera, everybody. This is an old castle town right in the middle of the Basilicata region of Italy. This place is absolutely spectacular for photography. The old city itself was built in the 3rd century, so it has so much beautiful texture and character. There are dozens of beautiful vantage points to photograph this, but for this city in particular, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to give it a little bit more dimension, because while it's beautiful to look at, it also looks very one-dimensional. It's almost like looking at a still life painting. So I'm gonna look for a vantage point that gives us the opportunity to show depth in the city instead of just a standard overlook.
We got big, smaller, a little bit smaller, and smallest. So we're here in Matera and we're going to...
No, we're not in Matera.
Mateo? How do you say this place?
Matera.
Matera. We're in Matera and here we are, we're doing tabletop tripod lessons. So we're just getting ready for the big moment. How do you think it's gonna turn out?
Mine's gonna turn out good because I've messed up so many times at this point. I think I've learned the settings to get a good time lapse.
So this place is pretty wild. Elia is up there shooting. I think he's gonna do like a pano stitch. And I have made my way down through all of these corridors to this area, and no matter where I go, there's always a shot. I've never been anywhere where there's so many interesting angles. You can get this here, and then there's all of this. You can shoot up here. Might do something with the smoke, with the time lapse. That's pretty cool. I currently have my camera just rolling here, but you can see you can just walk through all of these little corridors, and it all leads somewhere new.
Because there is dimension to this scene, it's the perfect opportunity to show you guys how slight changes in parallax can dramatically influence your composition. This location is perfect for shooting because I have this nice solid stone ledge. So instead of using a full-size tripod, I'm actually going to use my TFA Ultra by Really Right Stuff. This is a super sturdy and super portable option. And believe it or not, in this situation, it's all that I need to be able to get the shot.
Right in the middle of filming, an old man walked through the frame and started talking to us.
So let's move. Cut.
Sasso caveoso.
Caveoso. Sasso caveoso.
I sassi sono due. Prima è nato Sasso caveoso.
So the other side.
Poi chi vuoi?
We have to work.
Bene tu, bene tu. Vieni, come.
Come?
He wants you to come with him.
Okay, let's go. Okay, I come. Patrick, come. So this guy keeps talking to us as we're filming, and he's telling me to come, 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 and he's pulling me. So I'm just going with you. Okay, let's go. Okay. I don't speak Italian. No Italiano. I have no idea where I'm going. Yeah. I'm using the Google Translate app to understand what he's saying, but he's just telling me stories. He'll say, a small child slides here. See, house, 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 house. He's just taking me on a tour. We are now just wandering around inside this building. See? I do know that word. He's just pointing at things and yep, there's another bathroom. Yeah, got it. On our way back from this strange tour, he grabbed my hand and held on to it the entire rest of the way. See? Okay. I think we're finally going back. When I got back to the group, I fully expected him to ask for money or some sort of gift, but he didn't ask for anything. He literally just wanted to show me the town that he loved.
A brother in
In
New York.
America, New York.
Okay. He has a brother in New York.
Okay, that makes sense. While I had been getting a private tour of the city, Elia and Patrick had continued filming the lesson.
Now that the camera's set up, I'm actually going to be recording a little bit of video so I can walk you guys through how the parallax changes. This first position here is actually right behind where I was standing a few minutes ago, and I'm very close to the tower itself. Not only that, is I've positioned myself where the two towers are very close together. But if you take a look here at my camera view, you can see that I'm shooting a wide angle. And again, remember, this is 16:9 mode, so I'm losing a little bit off the top and the bottom, but it still works for demonstration purposes. Right off the bat though, it's interesting, but what I don't like is the towers are very close together. Not only that, if you look past the tower in the foreground, I'm actually blocking part of the church. The old town itself is really important, but the church is kind of a staple, the compositional element that really holds the town together. So right now this isn't gonna work. I'm just gonna move a little bit to the left, and as I move to the left, I'm gonna reframe this composition so that we can see the entire church. Here we are in position number 2. I have revealed the entire church and also a crane, unfortunately, but you guys know in Photoshop that's easy to take care of.
After knocking out the first lesson, Patrick went in search of food.
So I'm on a mission for food, and everything's closed. All of the food is pastries and coffee shops, and the few places that I do find, they're all closed. Like here's a pizza place. Let's see if, oh look, they're closed. Every single place I go is closed. And then the places I do find, it's just this. It's just chocolate. Not really sure what they eat here. Another chocolate place. A hot dog, a pizza, a lasagna. I'll take anything at this point, but I can't find anything to eat. And I'm starving yet again. Dude, here's something. Let's see what this is. Maybe. This has to be a joke. All you can eat in this town are pastries and chocolate and sweets. Like, they don't eat anything else here. I don't understand this. I just want a restaurant or fast food or something. But they all look closed. What the heck is going on? And there's people everywhere. Like, it's not that I'm in some weird time where it's, you know, 10 in the morning, or it's like this is prime time to be selling people food. Uh-oh, I think I found it. Istanbul, look at this. There's a kebab. This is what I'm talking about. So let's see. They're closed too. What in the world is going on? Ah, pizza. Oh wait, it's closed. Ah, pizza place. Wait a minute. They look closed. They're all closed too. What in the world?
After an hour of searching, he finally gave in. The next day, we moved on to the next lesson. So we've decided that we're going to hike out of the city and go to the ruins, which are across this river over here. And right now I'm just kind of hiking around, checking out the city from different angles, getting time lapses and video and stuff. And I can actually see the trail that we're going to take from here. Down here is the little bridge that we're going to take, and then we're gonna climb all the way up this crazy winding path, and then we're gonna end up at these ruins over here. It's like these caves, which look really awesome.
This might be another really dumb idea, but what I'm gonna do is potentially leave my camera here on the side of the cliff for the next hour. Okay, what I decided to do is just prop the camera up on this little rock so it's a lot less suspicious, because when you're right down here, especially this direction, and you look up, you most definitely see this big tripod. So I think this way people won't notice it and I can let it run. And then we're gonna go get ready. We're gonna hike down here probably in 30 minutes, and then I'll get a good time lapse of all the people coming up and down. So hopefully there's more people coming. I can see a few right here. But I got some coming up here. So hopefully it'll be a good time lapse. And hopefully no one steals our camera, but at least I've saved the tripod. So I brought these, which we haven't used yet, but these are basically headlamps. But we think we're gonna use some light painting just to kind of mix it up and do something a little different. I'm excited about this, so I think we're gonna have the light panel for the interview, and then we'll have some of these lights, and then of course we also have our phones. So we should have enough light options to light the cave in a cool way. So
there's all these caves, and I'm thinking if we can use the cave in the shot, it would be cool to frame the city with the cave. The thing is, I've never been over there and it's like an hour hike, so we'll see what happens. What could possibly go wrong?
I blame Elia for jinxing us because everything was about to go wrong.
you ready to do this hike?
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
So we can't motorbike down this, ride a bike, no sandals, no high heels.
When you said that Patrick hid a camera, I kind of thought he just like stuck it somewhere, but he actually hid it in the rock.
There's a rope bridge and it's really shaky. I want to see how nervous these guys are. When they get across the bridge, I'm going to start shaking it.
Why? Why?
Dude, it's gonna snap.
I'm like car sick now. Here's the drone, there's Lee. And the idea is to get a shot of Elia walking up this path.
Everything was going really well. I was getting incredible shots with the drone until I forgot to consider the other side of the canyon.
So I think the last video, I literally made a joke, what could go wrong? And apparently Lee crashed the drone into the wall, into the mountain. I don't even know how he could do that.
So like an idiot, I just wrecked the drone. I was flying backwards, getting the shot of Elia. I flew across the canyon, wasn't looking behind it, ran into some tree that's back over here. I've got to find this thing. It's still sending footage to my phone, and it makes a point on the map on my phone, so I can use my phone to kind of lock into its area, but I can't take back off again. And here's what I have to potentially climb to find it. So let's see if I can find this thing.
So there he is down there looking for it. I'm gonna go with Elia to see if we can find the shooting location, because Elia is way up here.
Join us next week to see what happens when things go from bad to much, much worse.
In this week's episode of Photographing the World 3 Behind the Scenes, Lee Morris crashes the drone, and as he climbs the mountain to recover it, some Italian camera thief steals his brand new Nikon D500. I am pissed.
And if you'd like to learn more about the full tutorial, head over to fstoppers.com/store.